Hey everyone, welcome to Study Sociology. This channel is about sociology. So today we are starting the 12 PYQ series where I'll break down important previous year questions to make your preparation even easier. So whether you are in college or preparing for exams like UGC NET, RPSC or SET or even GATE exam, this series is going to help you in every aspect. Over the next few weeks, I'll be posting a 12 questions challenge where I'll answer 12 important questions in each video to help you understand key sociology topics better and to make things even easier. As you can see here, I have mentioned the name of my Telegram channel. So don't forget to join there for extra study materials as well. Here also I have attached an image of my channel, as you can see. So I will be posting all the PDFs in this channel. Alright, so moving forward to the question and answer series. Here's the first question which we'll be solving today is who among the following criticized Marx's concept of historical materialism and called it economic reductionism? I repeat, who among the following criticized Marx's concept of historical materialism and called it economic reductionism? The correct answer is Louis Althusser. It's the most famous PYQ as well. So he criticized and focused on economic determinism, Louis Althusser. The next question is Talcott-Parsons' Agile model refers to the four functional prerequisites of social system. Which of the following is not part of the Agile framework? Option A, adaptation. B, goal attainment. C, legitimization. D, integration. The correct answer is legitimization because it's not the part of Agile model. L stands for latency. Moving forward to the third question, which of the following is true regarding Pierre Bourdieu's concept of habitus? Option 1, it is a fixed set of behavioral patterns. Option 2, it is shaped by an individual's economic capital. Option 3, it is shaped by social conditions and reflects dispositions. And option D, it refers exclusively to material possessions. The correct answer is option number C. It is shaped by social conditions and reflects dispositions. The key word is also mentioned here, disposition. So habitus arises from social conditioning. The next question is, in the context of sampling, which of the following describes a type 1 error? I'm sure you know type 1 error and type 2 error. So option A says rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. Option B, accepting the null hypothesis when it is false. Option C, using a non-representative sample. Option D, misinterpreting qualitative data. The correct answer is option A, rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. जब type 1 error तब होता है जब नल हाइपोथेसिस H0 ट्रू है बट गलती से हमने उसको फॉल्स कह दिया, हमने उसको रिजेक्ट कर दिया, तब टाइप 1 एरर होता है. एंड इसका ऑपोजिट इज टाइप 2 एरर, जब फॉल्स होता है और हम एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं नल हाइपोथेसिस को. Moving forward to question number 5, which type of validity is concerned with whether a test measures the concept it intends to measure? Option A, criterion validity. Option 2, construct validity. Option 3, internal validity. Option D, external validity. The correct answer to question number 5 is option B, construct validity. Why? Because it ensures a test measures its intended concepts. Understood? Moving forward to question number 6. A researcher observes that participants change their behavior because they know they are being observed. It's a very easy question of the day. This phenomena is referred to as option A, the Hawthorne effect. Option B, observer's bias. Option C, reactivity. And option D, social desirability bias. It's the famous concept of the Hawthorne effect? The correct answer is the Hawthorne effect. It changes the behavior of the participant जब उनको पता चलता है कि वो अंडर ऑब्जर्वेशन है किसी रिसर्चर के. Question number 7. In the study of kinship system, avunculate refers to A. The relationship between father and son. B. The special relationship between a maternal uncle and his nephew. C. Marriage between close relatives. And option D. The practice of cross cousin marriage. Question number 7. The study of kinship system, avunculate refers to. The correct answer is option B. The special relationship between mama और उनका nephew, maternal uncle and his nephew. Which of the following theories explain the prevalence of the nuclear family in industrial society? A. Dependency theory. B. Functional fit theory, which was given by Talcott Parson. Then C. Conflict theory by Karl Marx. And D. Neo-evolutionism by Julian Stewart. Question number 8. The correct answer is option B. Functional fit theory by Talcott Parsons. Question number 9. Who developed the concept of optimum population theory? Population theory is a very famous concept of option A. Thomas Malthus. Option B. Edwin Cannon. Option C. Kinsley Davis. Option D. Paul Ehrlich. The correct answer is Thomas Malthus. Question number 10. In migration studies, push factor refers to. पुश फैक्टर का मतलब क्या है माइग्रेशन स्टडीज़ में? ए. कंडीशन दैट अट्रैक्ट्स इंडिविजुअल्स टू अ न्यू एरिया. बी. कंडीशंस दैट कंपेल इंडिविजुअल्स टू लीव देयर प्लेस ऑफ ओरिजिन. C. Government incentives for migration. And option D. Social bonds in destination area. The correct answer is option number B. Condition that compel individuals to leave their place of origin. ये definition ही है push factor की. Push factor की definition ही है ये. Question number 11. According to Wallerstein's world system theory, which of the following is not a category of countries? A. Core. B. Semi-periphery. C. Periphery. D. Transition states. अगर आप नेट एस्पिरेंट हैं तो ये तो बहुत ही इजी क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए. अकॉर्डिंग टू वॉलरस्टीन का वर्ल्ड सिस्टम थ्योरी, इनमें से कौन सा कंट्री के कैटेगरी में नहीं आता है? द करेक्ट आंसर इज द ट्रांजिशन स्टेट्स. कोर आता है, सेमी पेरीफेरी आता है, पेरीफेरी आता है, पर ट्रांजिशन स्टेट्स नहीं आते हैं. अगर आपको इनमें से कोई भी क्वेश्चन में गलती लगे, आप डेफिनेटली कमेंट्स में मेरे से पूछ सकते हो. आपको कोई भी डाउट हो, आपको ये PDF टेलीग्राम चैनल पे मिलेगी. एंड जब तक एग्ज़ाम्स नहीं होते, जून एग्ज़ाम्स UGC नेट के, मैं रेगुलरली हर दिन 12 क्वेश्चन सीरीज़ चलाती रहूँगी, पोस्ट करती रहूँगी. नाउ इट्स अप टू यू कि आप कितना खुद से सेल्फ स्टडी कर रहे हो, खुद से प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो. अब इतने एफर्ट्स तो आपको करने पड़ेंगे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 जो आज का आखिरी क्वेश्चन है. Which of the following best describes the concept of cultural capital as defined by Pierre Bourdieu? A. Economic wealth inherited through family network. B. Knowledge, skills, education and other cultural assets that enable social mobility. C. Political connections that lead to power accumulation. Option D. The process of enculturation in traditional societies. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12. ये तो जो इसका आंसर है वो कल्चरल कैपिटल की डेफिनेशन ही है. ऑप्शन नंबर B इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नॉलेज, स्किल्स, एजुकेशन एंड अदर कल्चरल असेट्स दैट इनेबल सोशल मोबिलिटी. तो आज के हमारे 12 क्वेश्चंस कंप्लीट हुए. अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट है, कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम है, आप मेरे से ज़रूर डेफिनेटली कमेंट सेक्शन में पूछ सकते हैं. अदरवाइज़ आप टेलीग्राम पे कोई भी क्वेरी मेरे से पूछ सकते हो. ऑल्सो मैं एक काइंड ऑफ डिक्शनरी बना रही सोशियोलॉजी की, जिसमें सारे कंसेप्ट्स और उनके थिंकर्स मेंशन होंगे. ऑब्वियसली सारे तो नहीं, लेकिन मैक्स टू मैक्स सारे मैक्सिमम मैं मेंशन ज़रूर करूँगी उसमें. वो आपको नेक्स्ट मंथ अवेलेबल होगा टेलीग्राम चैनल पे. सो प्लीज़ बी अपडेटेड. और नोट्स उधर ही मैं पोस्ट करती रहूँगी, तो आप प्लीज़ उस चैनल को ज्वाइन करिए. और उसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया हुआ है, आप जाके चेक कर सकते हैं. ओके, थैंक यू गाइस। अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो आप प्लीज़ इसको लाइक करिए, सब्सक्राइब करिए एंड आगे अदर सोशियोलॉजी एस्पिरेंट्स को शेयर करिए।